Hi, my name is Amber Stevens, and I wanted to share my testimonial about my experience with the faster way to fat loss. This has been a life-changing experience for me. I am a family physician. I am 42 years old. I have been living the faster way to fat loss lifestyle now for about 2.5 years. It's not always perfect, and we don't preach perfection here. We do preach progress over perfection, and real life happens. So, however, let me kind of backtrack a little bit. So I knew I needed a change. This has been a long-term struggle for me. I can't remember a time in my life where I didn't look at myself as being heavy or legitimately was heavy. Never felt like I was comfortable in my own skin. Frequently felt judged for that as well, and legitimately was. Children can be really cruel, and actually so can adults. I actually remember reading a review at one point in time when I was at another practice, and a patient actually left a review and said that she did not feel that she could take me seriously as her physician because I could not get my own act together. This was heartbreaking to me and really an eye-opener, in addition to my own realization that I just needed something very, very different. However, so I have 2 small children. My husband and I are what we call late in life parents. Our oldest is almost 9 years old. Like I said, I'm 42. I want to be healthy for my kids in addition to my husband and myself. My children are going to be graduating from high school when I am in my late 50s. So I want to be healthy as I can be. In addition to this, my schedule is very crazy. I am all over the place. I work a full-time job as a physician, which is more than a 40-hour-a-week job. Plus, if you're working out of the house mother, you also understand that when you get home, you're still full-time mom. So even though I am very blessed to have a stay-at-home husband, you're always mom. So I just got fed up with myself. I wasn't happy. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. I didn't like who I was. I felt like a hypocrite. I was morbidly obese. I was already looking at prediabetes. I was tired. I was achy. My sleep was horrible. I was worried about keeping up with my small children. Sitting on the floor and playing with them was exhausting. My self-esteem, like I said, was not good. My libido was in the garbage. I was dealing with a foot injury on top of all of this, because you're more likely to injure yourself if you're heavy. So that was an issue I was dealing with. And I had been watching my friend who was a coach and seeing her outcomes and watching her do well. And she was willing to talk to me about the program at the time, and I was impressed with it. But, like most of us, I had my list of excuses. I was too busy. I didn't have enough energy. I wasn't sure the cost was worth the value. It took me over 6 months before I was willing to commit. I had done several other plans. I think most of us have dabbled in things in the past. I'd done Atkins, Keto, South Beach, Weight Watchers. I can probably keep going. All the major stuff I'd tried, and finally ended up having a lap band surgery in 2010, which ended up being a failure because of some anatomy issues, and then had a gastric sleeve done before I got pregnant with my second baby. The sleeve was done in 2015, and then I had my second child in 2017. Well, bariatric surgery really only gets you so far, and then if you don't continue making lifestyle changes, then you're done. And then I had a baby, so I gained weight from my baby, and it was a mess. And through it all, I never really learned how to eat right. I never learned how to take care of myself. I never learned how to properly fuel my body. I was just disappointed in myself. You know, I'd put myself through major surgeries. I had tried different things and nothing was working. I felt like a failure. And I was worried about my family. I was worried about, you know, could I continue to be a physician if people were uncomfortable with my body and my expression of who I was? So I knew I needed to make a change. So I reached out to my coach and had enrolled in the program. This was in June of 2019. And I was super cautious when I started because I knew that anything I did, if I dove in too quickly, that I was going to get overwhelmed too fast. So I initially just started incredibly slowly. I started with the fasting and then I dove into the tracking. I couldn't even wrap my head around exercising at that point in time. I was just so tired and burned out from everything that I figured, you know, I'm just gonna start with this nutrition component and then go from there. Well, at the end of my first round, which I think was like 6 or 7 weeks later, I think they were doing 7 weeks at that point, but at the end of my first round, I had lost 7 inches between my bust and my waist and my hips, more if you include my arms and my thighs. I had lost, I know we don't do a lot of scale measurements, but I had lost like 12, 15 pounds. But more so, I was sleeping better, I had more energy, and I decided, you know what, it's time for me to try this workout thing, which I was also really nervous about because of commitments. Like, usually when people talk about going to the gym, it's like an hour commitment in there, plus you're getting there, plus your workout, plus blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I do not have 2 hours of my life to donate to this. This is going to be a disaster. So, but I said, you know, I got to give it a try. Initially just started working out at home, picked up some light weights, and found, you know what, these are 30-minute workouts. This is totally doable. It was completely manageable. As I needed heavier weights, I decided to go ahead and join the gym locally so that I had more options, and I would do the home workouts at the gym, which was great because I had more energy and I was getting up earlier. So I had more time in my day, literally, to take care of myself, which is just amazing how that works out. So anyway, I'd get home, I'd shower, and honestly, after working out, I had more energy, more focus, my sleeping was better. And I was actually able to get more done by taking care of myself and taking a few extra minutes just to take care of myself. That knowledge is just life-changing. You know, the fact that you can take care of yourself and it legitimately gives you more time in your life to do things you need to do because of what it does for you. My schedule's crazy. Like I said, I work way more than a full-time job, plus I'm a full-time mom, plus everything else that goes into life. But by practicing this way, I feel more clear-minded to do my job day to day. I have more patience with my family. I just feel so much better. And these are all our non-scale victories. I don't, you know, the scale is the scale, whatever. You put on muscle mass, the scale goes up. So after a while, you just want to throw it out the door anyway. But I am more comfortable in my own skin. My clothes fit better. I actually dropped several sizes over the course of this program. I started out as a size 24, 26, and I'm currently in a 16, 18. I don't know that I'm probably going to get much smaller than that because even after my, you know, shoot up in high school, I was never really much smaller than a 16. I'm just a big bone girl. But I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm comfortable in my own skin at this weight, and I like the muscle mass I have. My bone, I don't have as much joint pain. I move better. I'm able to get on the ground and play with my kids. I have, like I said, more patience. I have much more energy. I'm not getting mid-morning or mid-afternoon slumps anymore. I still love my coffee, but that is just an enjoyment thing now. I don't feel like it's something I have to have. Total, I have lost about 50 pounds. It's not an exact number because it varies based on our eating cycle and everything else. And 20 inches total between my bust, my waist, and my hips. What I've gained, though, is far more important. Confidence. My prediabetes is gone. I am sleeping so much better. My energy is amazing. Like, my coworkers are like, dude, what is wrong with you? Understanding how to fuel my body for optimal performance so that I feel better and I can do what I need to do throughout the course of the day. Just being able to work all day and take care of myself and still have leftover energy and time for my kids and my husband at the end of the day. I obviously still have more progress to make. We all do. It's progress over perfection here, though, at the Faster Way, and it's about the end game. So I wish I had found this program earlier. I wish I had been ready to commit sooner. Every month that I put this off, I was wasting time. And if I could go back and talk to myself several years ago, I would have told myself to get on this bandwagon a lot sooner. It's allowed me to see real change, and at the same time being completely realistic about my schedule, the timing, the demands of my life, including being a physician, a wife, and a mom. And it's really allowed me to become the best version of myself. So that's my story, and that's why I'm doing what I do. I can't wait to share this with everybody else. It's just been fantastic. So thank you.